Okay. Next. I don't know what that was. That was strange. Okay. Now I was looking into this. So I figured out what voodoo really is, okay? I figured out how to do it and like, you know, I researched it. I think I figured it out. So basically it's a mix of Catholicism, West and Central African, and like Freemason, like a little bit of Freemasonry in there too, because of the French influence, but then like the African influence and everything. And basically, they believe in a supreme deity that's called the Bon-Di, which is derived from some French word that's similar, like bon do or something like that, meaning good God, like the good God, the good deity. But they don't believe that he directly intervenes in the world. He's like omnipresent and sees all, but like is sort of a distant God and is hands off of the world, okay? And then they believe that there are lesser deities that are the Iwa, IWA. And that Iwa are what the humans can connect with. They handle affairs in the physical world, basically, and spiritual, but like the good God Bon-Di does not really affect the physical world. He like observes it, but his hands off. The Iwa they'll handle both spiritual and physical matters, and they like govern. They're basically like a pantheon in their own right, sort of, right? Like in the same way, Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, and then, you know, the other gods, Hephaestus, Athena, you know, all of them, they're the gods of different domains. Like they have sort of domains. They're basically like that. So they have, but they like separate them into factions of gods, and the factions of gods all kind of govern similar things, and have similar like temperaments, because they all have personalities, I guess, too, right? So the factions of the Iwa are the Rada, which are cool, like cool-headed, benevolent Iwa. They govern stability, peace, and order. Hold on, let me pull it up. I've got the names of each one that's in each faction here. Let's see. The Rada. They're considered cool, benevolent, and compassionate. Generally associated with stability and order. The Rada spirits are linked to the Dahomey Kingdom, which is modern-day Benin. The Iwa of the Rada are the Legba, who is the gatekeeper of the spiritual world, depicted as an old man who controls communication between human and spirit realms. Every voodoo ceremony begins by invoking Legba to open the door to the Iwa. There's Dambala, which is represented as a serpent, is a spirit of creation and wisdom, often connected to purity, fertility, and the origin of life. Well, I need like spooky music. But first, our sponsor. The Homie Kingdom? Yes, exactly. There was our sponsor. Also, Power Trader Live side stream JimboZoomer. Feel free to bankroll the show at any moment, you know? I'm not stopping you. Okay. Dambala, represented as a serpent, is the spirit of creation and wisdom, connected to purity, fertility, and the origin of life. Aida Wedo is also a part of the Rada faction, basically, Rada Nation. The counterpart and wife of Dambala, she is symbolized by the rainbow, represents harmony and balance in creation. Right? Okay. Then you have the Petro faction, which are considered hot-tempered, aggressive, revolutionary. They're believed to have been born out of the harsh conditions of slavery in Haiti and represent power, change, and conflict. Petro Iwa are known for their fiery, intense energy and are invoked when drastic or rapid transformation is needed. They're mercurial, okay? The notable members of the Petro are Izili Dantor, a fierce protective mother figure associated with the Haitian Revolution. Izili Dantor is the Iwa of motherhood, single mothers, and revenge. She is often linked to the Black Madonna, fiercely protects her children and devotees. Because, okay, so there's another element to this, which is the Catholic influence is seen in these Iwa because the Iwa are associated with Catholic saints. Because they also believe in the Catholic saints, and they link the Iwa to specific Catholic saints, or like, in that case, the Black Madonna, which is like a Black Mother Mary, I guess. I assume that's what that means, right? So they're all linked to that, basically. Kaifu is the counterpart to Legba. Legba being the gatekeeper that opens the spiritual world and is depicted as the gatekeeper, controller of communication between human and spirit realms. Every ceremony begins by invoking him. Kaifu is the counterpart, controls the crossroads of night and chaos, known to be more unpredictable and dangerous, ruling over darker forces and spirits. So I guess you would actually invoke Kaifu if you wanted to reach like more evil deities or something. There's the Gedi faction. The Gedi Iwa govern death, sexuality, and fertility. They're simultaneously playful and macabre. As they deal with the cycle of life and death, the Gahid spirits are seen as the most irreverent, often displaying crude behavior, but they also bring humor and vitality. The notable members of the Gedi Iwa are Baron Samedi, right? If you ever played Smite, you'll know Baron Samedi. The most famous of the Gedi spirits. He is the ruler of the dead and the cemetery. Baron Samedi is known for his dark humor, fondness of rum and tobacco, and the ability to heal or curse, often depicted wearing a top hat and tails. He's actually depicted like a pimp, pretty much. More or less, he's depicted like a pimp. Mary was black. Joseph Smith was black. Yeah, yep, correct. Bro loves dark humor. Yeah, that's why we're gonna invoke Baron Samedi. Then we've got Mama Brigitte, Baron Samedi's wife. Mama Brigitte is a powerful Iwa who is connected to the dead. She's depicted as a fiery redhead and associated with justice and protection for women, especially in matters of death and legal issues. Baron Samedi is also often depicted as like straight up a skeleton or like a skeletal being, but like dressed like a pimp, right? The Nago Nation. The Nago Iwa come from the Yoruba tradition of West Africa. They're primarily associated with warriors, war, strength, cruelty, power, like domination, right? These Iwa are invoked for matters of courage, protection, and warfare. The notable Naga Iwa, there's only one, is Ogo. He's a powerful spirit of war, iron, and politics. Represents strength, leadership, and protection. His symbolism often includes machetes as he clears obstacles for his followers. There's the Congo Iwa. They're related to spirits from the Congo region of Africa. These spirits are often tied to justice, healing, and control of natural forces. The notable member of the Congo Iwa is Simbi, a group of spirits associated with water, magic, and healing. They are often invoked when dealing with matters of hidden knowledge or water-related issues. And then there's sort of factionless or like miscellaneous Iwa, I guess, that don't fit into any of those. Izili Frida is the counterpart to Izili Dantor. Izili Frida is the Iwa of love, luxury, and beauty, associated with feminine elegance, romance, and wealth. Unlike the warrior Dantor, Freda is gentle, but prone to heartbreak due to her unattainable standards for love. And then Marasa, the twin spirits, represented the balance of dualities and contradictions. They embody childhood and the mysteries of life. Ooh. So that's sort of like the pantheon, right? So depending on what you wanted, that would be, you know, you would pick them based off that. In the same way that maybe you would worship Zeus if you wanted lightning, you know, I don't know, whatever. You wanted help ruling or something, I don't know, something like that. Or you would worship Poseidon or another sub deity of Poseidon or one of his kids or something, if you wanted safe passage in like the water, right? In the same way, I guess that's how they select their deity here. And all of those are associated with different saints. For example, Legba being the gatekeeper of the spiritual world, depicted as an old man who controls communication between human and spirits, is associated with the Saint Peter. Damballa is the serpent, spirit of creation, wisdom, associated, are often connected to purity, fertility, and the origin of life, is associated with Saint Patrick. Azili Dantor is the fierce protective mother figure associated with the Haitian Revolution. The Iwa of motherhood, single mothers, blah blah blah, is associated with Our Lady of Chekawa. Oh, I don't even know who that is. Okay, so maybe the Black Madonna's not like a Black Mary. Our Lady of Jetsochawa. Who is that? A Polish Black Mary? Why do the Polish have a Black Mary? You know, I'm not even gonna go there because you're all Catholic. But I don't know what the, you know, I mean, honestly, this is why I'm racist to Polish people. No offense! Until they pay the Polish tax. Powerchat.live/JimboZoomer today. Benny, stop spamming the chat with angry emotes. Okay, I wasn't even reading it, bro. Legba's coming for you. Zeus worshippers brought down the second temple. Ballet, you say? It only exists in Poland. Yeah, can anyone explain this? Do we have Catholics in the chat? Do we have Polish Catholics? I don't even understand this. Miraculous image of the Immaculate Conception, the Blessed Virgin Mary in the Crystal Mountain, also known as Our Lady of Zetchochawa, is a venerated icon of the Blessed Virgin Mary, housed in Jasna Gora Monastery. What? The icon is venerated by both Catholics and Eastern Orthodox Christians. Why is she black, though? Why'd they make her black? The origins of the icon and date of its composition are still contested among scholars. One difficulty in dating the icon is due to part to its original image being painted over after being severely damaged by robbers in 1430. So they painted her black? She doesn't even look black in the face. Anyway, so I have no idea. But the point is, basically they associate the different deities of voodoo, right, with different Catholic saints, basically, like that. So they call that Catholic syncretism. Syncretism? Is that how you say that? Because of obviously the French influence on Haiti, as it being a French colony, right? Anyway, but so the idea of voodoo basically is, so you take your Iwa or your Ewa, whatever, the Iwa that you want to summon or talk to or offer up something to, right? You pick it based off what you want from it, I guess, right? And what it governs. And then you, in a voodoo ceremony, a hanfu, or in the hanfu, which is a temple, Practitioners led by a Hungin male priest or Mambo female priestess invoke the Iwa through rituals that include drumming, dancing, singing, sacrifices, and offerings. The Iwa may possess devotees, during which the possessed person will act out of the personality of the spirit, giving advice, delivering healing, or receiving offerings. Offerings often include food, rum, tobacco, and items specific to each Iwa's preferences. And that's basically how you practice voodoo, right? Oh, I'm saying Iowa, but I guess it's an L. It's Loa. They're Loas. And the Loas serve as intermediaries between humans and the supreme creator deity. It's just sneaky subversion. We are to pray to God through Jesus. Black Madonna is not just Polish. Oh. When I looked her up, that's what it came up as. Yeah, talk about the Loa. Show some Loa sigils. Okay. Here are the Loa sigils. Actually, I probably just have the book right here. Let me go like this. Okay. So then the Loa look like this. Voodoo. Brujo Negro. Voodoo Sorcery Grimoire. Let's see, do they have any? Do they have any? Oh my. Oh. This is the Spirit Circle. Okay. The first method, you can also recite Psalms while channeling the spirit energies. Perhaps the best book you can purchase on the subject of Psalms and their properties is called The Secrets of Psalms by G. Selig, available through original publication, or inquire through the Society to see if they have this book in stock. Study this chapter of necromantic sorcery, review it several times, and I wish you all the best in working with the dead. See you in the next chapter. So this is the Spirit Circle. Okay, and then this is talking about the different deities here, right? So Papa Legba, the divine trickster, rituals and spells. Legba being the serpent, the trickster, the creator. For one thing, this particular Loa was and is worshipped by two main people in West Africa, mainly the Fon and the Yoruba peoples. Among the Fon, he is called Legba, and the Yoruba call him Aishu, Elgba. Even still, in both tribes, he has the same function, that is, that he is the divine messenger and trickster. He must be called first to open the door to the realm of the Loa. So he really is he's like Mercury or Hermes in a lot of ways then. Because he's sort of like in charge of the gateways, in charge of, he's the messenger and trickster god. So this is like the equivalent of Hermes or Mercury. He must be called first to open the door to the realm of the Loa or Orishas. This makes him the most powerful of all the Loa or Orishas. There are many tales of how Ishu Legba gained this great power. I will only give reference to one such tale. Hold up, my sponsor. Bro, are we not gonna make any money this stream? We're cooked, because then Powhatan's gonna go live, and then we're definitely not gonna make, or well, the Woodstown show's gonna go live, and then we're cooked. But at least we got this. Power Tato Live / JimboZoomer today for the show. Okay. Okay, so here's the tale of how he gained the power. My only goal in relating to these legends is to give an understanding to you, dear readers, of why this god form is so important to voodoo practice. Now, what happened according to legend is that after saving the divine creator from death, the divine creator was in debt to Ishu Legba. The divine creator asked Ishu Legba, "What would you like in payment for saving me?" And Ishu Legba merely told the divine creator, "I want to do as I will. I want to go wherever I want to and be free to do anything I want to." The creator granted him this request, and he gave Ishu Legba the keys to the door of the universe. The creator told the elder gods that from that moment on, Ishu Legba was the first to be honored in all they did. Legba is the master of all crossroads and can open the doors to good or bad. He also holds life and death in his hands. It is also said that he is a master, sorcerer, and healer, and his spells and amulets are unbreakable. Now, having given this small introduction to Papa Legba, I will now give some specifics of Legba and his relation to this work. The one thing I want to say is, this is a hybrid system of sorcery. The Haitian Vivis are used to invoke Legba, yet all the other attributes that came from his African images, i.e. Aishu and Legba, are emphasized in this practice of sorcery. This will mean that his cement head with cowrie shell eyes, nose, and mouth used in Santeria and Yoruba practice can be included if you like imagery. Of course, this is not necessary. Then he's going to talk about spells and rituals. Thank you, retarded lurker. First dono of the day. Big shout out. I appreciate it. Even the very generous support. Hold that thought, Voodoo Sorcery Grimoire. We got ads on Cozy before GTA 6. Get the fuck off Cozy. Go to kick. What is this? POV, everyone joins the swim server. Hellcat, G82, M4, and F82. Awesome. Thank you for this big shout out, retarded lurker. I appreciate it. I'm not black enough to enjoy this? Well, black people wouldn't enjoy this either. Black people don't even understand any of this about voodoo. We're reading like a white person explaining like the, you know, highest rung of the voodoo chain, basically. The logic behind it. We cutting blood. I thought Woodstown was over. Well, they're doing one more show today, apparently. Pageless says, show Loa and Loa sigils. Show how similar it is to the Gosha. Jimbo, Aiden and Cheezer and Sketch were in Las Vegas last night. Is that where they were at the was it a 50 Cent show? And Aiden put Osmond on the big screen. Aiden put Cheezer's uncle Osmond on the big screen. Yeah, it was fun. Why did Cheezer and Aiden have Sketch join them in Vegas? Because they wanted the head. Because they're gay. I don't know. I watched a little bit of that. They had girls shaking their ass. Yeah, the 50 Cent show just had like strippers like outlining the stage or something. And that Asian got up on stage. That's fun. Thank you for that big shout out. Okay. Back to the Brujo Negro. Papa Legba's sacred numbers are 3 and 21, and his sacred colors are black and white, or black and red, and finally black, red, and white. The black and red, or black and white, represent Legba's balance of light and dark, also his mastery of all roads and destiny. The black and red symbolize black as his power of death, and red his power over life. Black, red, and white together are a blend of all these powers into one. Ooh. Okay, are you gonna get to the spell? Remember that this sorcery is based on the use of oils, incense, and powders of the Hoodoo tradition. In fact, all the potions used in this spellbook are those made by Egos. And if you care to learn how to make these potions, then I suggest you take the Egos basic sorcery course offered by them. Okay? We've got to go sign up for the Egos Society. Who are the Egos? Do we have any wizards in chat? What is that? Igos?
Then $5.
Thank you so much. Big shout outs, Anonymous. What's this? Scuba Aryan? Sketch gets upset after the waiter at the restaurant brings up his past. Ah, come on. They're getting impressed by their waiter?
You want a pic?
Yeah, hell yeah.
What the heck?
Let's go! All right, I know you're a dick. I know you're a dick, but thank you.
Anytime, motherfucker. I told this motherfucker I saw him getting fucked by a dildo. I checked out.
Yo! Oh my God, cheese, that's really fucked up. It's okay, it's okay. Come here. Give me a hug, give me a hug, give me a hug, give me a hug. It's okay, bro.
Sketch and that waiter are both gay?
It's okay. Fuck what he's talking about. We love you, Sketch.
Dude. What kind of place are they at? There's also like a rainbow thing on the wall. Does that say K-I-K-E in a rainbow? No, it says ride. No, I'm seeing things. I'm like a Jewish person. I'm seeing anti-Semitism everywhere. There's also like people in clan outfits over here, Grand Wizards. I noticed. Okay, anyway, back to the Brujo Negro. Thank you, Anonymous, for the very generous support. I appreciate it. Damn. Okay. So yeah, they're saying we gotta take a course made by the Egos, IGOS. Does anyone know? Anyone in chat? Any wizards in chat? We got to be able to make potions. We have to get qualified by them or something, certified. Anyway, now Legba has certain foods that you can offer him, and in fact, it is mandatory that you make these food offerings to obtain his help. The basic offering is cigars, white rum, and candies. Also in the list, he likes many kinds of fruits, like guava is a favorite of his. He also likes sugarcane and molasses. Among foods you can offer him, cornmeal rolled into a ball and fried in a pan. He also likes bits of coconut meat. As a side note, if you opt to use the cement head of Legba, as previously mentioned, then you will need to obtain palm oil to rub on the cement head as an offering. Another key point is the only single color of candle you can burn for Legba is white. Okay, are they going to show us the sigils? They've got rituals to protect from harm. Other prayers to Papa Legba. Prayer for divination. Prayer to open the door for the Loa. Ritual of uncrossing. A fresh white egg, a pencil and some brown paper, a cigar. What's it for? At the end of the 7-day uncrossing ritual. Wow, this is like, that's a lot of time. Kola nut divination. This is a method of divination that has existed since ancient times of Africa. However, my particular method is a hybrid technique of divination that still incorporates the important aspects of the various similar divination systems. Okay, so that's to tell the future. That's divination. I tried using other system like gypsy cards or the pendulum, and he would play tricks on me, give me strange readings with these methods. He responds well to the sacred kola nuts. When you use the kola nuts to talk to Legba, you either place Legba's Govi dish on the floor or on your working altar, and put a white cloth, such as a handkerchief, on the floor or on your working altar. Interesting. Okay, yeah, there you go. So there is the sigil of the Loa. The Kafu Legba, which is his dark aspect, and it will be wise that you approach Legba's darker half, that you first tell Papa Legba that you seek his blessing and to talk to his darker side, Kafu Legba. This will keep you under Legba's guidance, and safety and success shall be yours. So like that's a sigil there, and then the Ars Gotia. Baseless said I should show how similar this is, or look how similar it is. They actually really are, because this would be in the center of a circle, obviously, right? Like this would be in the center of that other circle that they showed, the spell circle. And you would basically draw this in the middle. Maybe write Legba around it. Secrets of Voodoo. Kafu Legba, patron of black magicians. So this is Papa Legba's dark aspect. This chapter, many of you have been waiting for, either for curious reasons or because you truly want to know dark side aspect of Papa Legba, how this will benefit a sorcerer. Safe to say, in life you will have to defend yourself. This means if someone hits you well, you hit back. There are times in every person's life that they will run across a very evil, hurtful person who desires them physical harm or their loved ones. And as such, your best defense is to destroy such an evil person. And this is why there will be times that a simple binding of a troublemaker will not end their attacks towards you. Thus, a sorcerer or sorceress, you must know how to cast effective curses or hexes to protect yourself and your loved ones. Let's face it, hexes and curses are a part of life. Let's face it, everyone, come on. Hexes and curses are just a part of life. However, having said that, let's now move on to talking about Met Kalfu, the patron of dark sorcery. This aspect of Legba is very famous amongst the Bakors of Haiti. Bakor is a sorcerer in Haitian Voodoo religion. In all truth, Bakor has no ties to the Voodoo Orthodox religion and is basically a freelance sorcerer who works for whoever will pay him. Kalfu Legba is the patron of many such dark Bakors and will help them in their dark cursing rituals and spells. This dark side of Legba also has ties to Baron Cimetière, who is the spirit of death that guards the cemetery. So Baron Samedi. Oh, Baron Samedi or Baron Cimetière. That's interesting, because that is the same, that's the same one. Like that's the Loa. Baron Cemetery, Baron Samedi. As such, Kalfu Legba eats many of the same things that the Baron eats. So mainly the offerings given to Kalfu Legba are very different than those of Aishu Legba. Also because Kalfu Legba has a strong tie with Baron Cemetery that gives Kalfu power and authority over the dead as well. Kalfu Legba's color is black. His numbers are the same as his basic aspect, 3 and 21. Also, his emphasis on the crossroads is very high since he is known as Met Kalfu, which is Creole for Master of Crossroads, and as Papa Legba represents the regenerative powers of the sun. Okay, unironically, there's a level of numerology there too. Him being represented as a serpent and as the creator, sort of knowledge bearer, light bringer, you know, creator deity that's not God, and he's represented as a serpent. The number 3 in numerology represents creation, 1 being Adam, 2 being Eve, 3 being creation, which is like, you could say indicative of original sin because they partook of the tree of knowledge, and knew that they were naked, and knew that they were naked, meaning they fucked. No, they had sex and then had a kid, right? And then had offspring. They gave birth to... Is Cain the older? Cain and then Abel? I want to say Cain and then Abel because everyone always says Cain first, but I mix it up because I don't know, I'm silly. But so in that respect, Eve partakes of the tree of knowledge because Lucifer, in the form of a snake in the garden of Eden, right, says to her, wow, you can partake of everything in this garden except for that, huh? He doesn't want you to partake of that because then you would be made like unto him. You would be made like unto us. The Mormon belief is that he even said that he is the begotten, that Lucifer told Eve that he is the begotten, that she should worship him, and she was confused. But then he enchanted her by saying, I will make you like unto us, like unto the Elohim, right? You'll become divine through me. By choosing me, you'll become divine. And so she partook of it, right? And then obviously so on and so forth. But so him being represented as 21 or 3, and then also this clearly being the equivalent of Hermes, Thoth, like Mercury, like the messenger, portal opening god of the other pantheons and everything. Hermes is often associated with Lucifer as well. So it is interesting. Also, three repeating being, the number of his legions of the percentage of the host of heaven that sided with him. 1/3, right? Anyway, his emphasis on the crossroads is very high. Since he's known as Met Kaufu, which is Creole for master of crossroads, and as Papa Legba represents the regenerative powers of the sun, so Kaufu Legba represents the powers of moon and night, and all the creatures that lie therein. Kaufu Legba is also symbolized by Black Cross, which represents his dark power and his domain, the crossroads. Kaufu Legba is fed with pepper rum, which is I love that to summon all of the Haitian gods. It's like, okay, you're now summoning Lucifer to invoke the other deities. You're going to feed him rum. You're going to give him pepper rum. He eats bread and toasted corn. Hermes Trismegistus was Enoch. Yeah, but that's not who Hermes is. I mean, Hermes, not an Egyptian, not as a historical figure. I mean, as a mythological figure. Hermes in the Greek pantheon is associated with Lucifer. There's a lot of them that are kind of associated with Lucifer, because then there's also the conflict of Cronus, Zeus, and then Zeus being or Saturn and Jupiter, and Jupiter overthrowing Saturn. But then it's like Saturn represents death, so Zeus overthrowing Saturn is almost like a paganization of Christ in some ways. There's parallels there. There's a lot of parallels to that. Some would argue, though, that it's like Zeus rebels against the old order of the Titans, and that's Luciferian, kind of, because there's a rebellion or whatever. But you can also just see that as Saturn representing death, right? Esoterically, Zeus overthrowing Cronus and defeating him is almost like a symbolic, very, very far paganized, story of Christ, basically, in some ways, right? So you could associate them either way. Also, him just being like the chief, and everything. But Hermes is often associated with Lucifer. Hermes, the equivalent being Loki, the trickster, messenger, god of the portals and of the crossways and of the crossroads, right? Kalfu Legba, and he holds what is Hermes hold? Hermes holds a, well, first of all, he has domain over this world. He has godhood over this world, basically, right? Which is, I mean, what the Bible says about Lucifer as well. He's able to go anywhere he wants and travel lightly and, you know, do as he pleases in this world, basically. But, yeah, anyway. And he holds a scepter, obviously, the, what's it called? The thing that is serpents wrapped around, his swag staff thing, whatever. Anyway, Kalfu is fed with pepper rum, which is a bottle of rum, to which you add 21 hot peppers. He eats bread and toasted corn, also like many kinds of peppers to eat, such as bell peppers and similar peppers, jalapenos, etc. He also is offered his cigar, as always, and the oil used to dress candles offered to him is voodoo power oil. Other than that, he is also fond of power oil. So you've, of course, got to give Kalfu Legba his cigar, his rum, you know, to summon him. You had 21 hot peppers. Caduceus, yeah. The Sharif don't like it. What am I? Hold on, that was Karasi chat. I just gotta skip past that. The blood of animals didn't clean, but rather it was the lost that cleaned. That's why sacrifices here are Caribbean foods. That's the way the Greeks did it, Jimbo. They left the offerings. The Hebrews cut the animals, sacrificed, and fried them in pans and let them the smoke go up. It's just a trick so blacks leave food out for homeless people. Anyway, to offer Kalfu Legba an oil like Van would be a horrible mistake because its vibration is light and holy. This might result in dire consequences for anyone who would attempt to offer any dark spirit a holy oil. As such, you offer a dark force like Kalfu an oil of raw power. The reason behind this is in polarity. To a dark spirit, something holy is profane, as to a light spirit, something dark is profane. To offer a holy oil to a dark spirit is to curse them or profane them, and you would never offer a dark spirit cursing oil either. This is because a cursing oil has a specific intention to attack or destroy, and since they need to be fed energy, you must offer them raw, neutral power. As I have mentioned, we both benefit this way. The Bakor or sorcerer gains the help of the Loa, and the Loa is given the foods and treats that it enjoys, so everyone is happy. So having given the brief description of Kalfu Legba, let's get to the rituals with this Loa. Now, as previously discussed in the chapter of Papa Legba, the divine trickster, the method for making the Govi is identical for the dark Legba. The only difference is when you paint Kalfu Legba's Vive onto the ceramic dish, it is best that you use black paint in doing so. Veda, can you read this? Veda, can you call in and read this real quick? Veda, do you have any cigars? Also, can you turn on your webcam? Veda! Veda, I need you to read something. Are you there? Do you read me, Veda? Do you read me? Rabbi! The same type of staff made by Moses in the desert to ward off and unpoison the Hebrews. The Caduceus, yeah, it's true. Veda. Dark magic's got Rabbi. It's over. Help me, Rabbi. Rabbi Veda, please. Veda is sleeping. No, he's in the chat. He was up there. He said silly goyim and posted a little fat guy. Rabbi, I need you. Okay. So you salute him, basically. Or do they have any more? Revenge and Justice spell. This is a spell that you use when a person has betrayed a trust of yours, or if you have been wronged or accused of something that you did not do. It is not a long ritual, as it is only done for 3 nights, but rest assured it will bring justice when you are in the night. Here are the materials that you will need for this spell. 3 black household or taper candles, bottled of snuff powder, available through Eagles. Black cross candle, a galangal roots, and black thread like yarn will suffice. High key, this kind of thing is why people's skin turns black, honestly. Like, you know, feeling the need to do a revenge spell and having like pent up, you know, saved up sort of like anger towards people, like that kind of gets you, that makes your skin turn dark, in my opinion. Road blocking spell. This spell is a potent spell that has a few variations to it, depending on what your particular objective is in relation to your enemy, or opponent for that matter. The concept behind this spell is in relation to the principle that Legba is master of all roads and holds the keys to all doors. Since Papa Legba can open the roads for us to help us, and has the keys to unlock the doors of the spirit world, so too does Met Kalfu, Legba's dark aspect, hold the keys and is master of the roads, albeit Kalfu Legba holds the keys to the doors of misfortune, to the dark side of the spirit world. Maybe he doesn't turn your skin dark, because I guess that didn't really happen to the Jews, and they're obviously they obviously are known to hold grudges for like ever and ever and ever, but I don't know, it seems like so like low vibrational to be like really, I don't know, constantly getting so upset at people that you're like holding grudges forever and unable to like forgive them and move on. And like, I mean, not meaning you have to let them keep doing bad things to you, but like, you know, being so upset about something that you're like cursing them with like a revenge spell or whatever. That's sort of like low vibrational. Like, that's not really creative energy, you know what I mean? That's not the kind of energy that would cause you to like, I don't know. There's like people who are like constant vampires of energy, and like they steal it, you know, they always make you feel worse and everything. And then there's people who are constant like energy generators and machines, and they continuously will give off good things and create good things and be constantly creating good things. And I feel like you wouldn't be able to do that if you were constantly like holding insane grudges against people and wanting to like cast spells on them and stuff. Like, I don't know. Classic. There's 2 sand in the music video. A Arab and Jewish person. Wait, what?
Jet Set Radio.
Yo, thank you, Nib. Hi. Big shout out. Hi. Oh. The TDS got possessed. Is the TDS okay? Oh, thank you for the very generous support. I appreciate it. If that doesn't put the shazazz and Shazam. Thank you, Nib. Hey, Nibba. What is this? Hold on, let's see. Power chat. K General Haitian. Oh, this is Haitian drill rap. Okay, powerful. You know, they're allowed to do drill rap because like a Haitian murder spree is like there's like 500 murders in it in a week or something. You know, Chicago's like, oh, 20 people died over the weekend. Haiti's like 500 died here.
espèce de trou du cul. Chaque jour, je suis déconfiné. La police veut me dominer. Mon cher, dehors,
Barbecue has bars. What the? Yeah, I know barbecue could spit like that. Damn.
Mon bonheur, il ne loue pas. Toi, t'es bizarre. Depuis le début, je te sens pas. Mélange pas tes problèmes avec mes repas. Assure tout God, je te tire dessus et je me romps pas. Que des vis là et mon bonheur il ne loue pas. Toi t'es bizarre, depuis le début je te sens pas. Mélange pas tes
Dude,
problèmes
Prize
avec
Picks
mes
is
repas.
hitting at the same time.
Et je me romps pas.
Frick.
Quand je suis pas là, tu passes ton temps à me descendre.
Sign up for the Prize Picks today.
Il fallait me défendre.
Papa.
Mais voilà petite pute, fais-moi une petite pute gorgée. Comme la tease, pure la vie, tu la maîtrises plus. Zombie, t'es pas plus intéressant que les billets. Pour de l'argent, je peux pas me déshabiller. Si je suis pas ici, je suis là-bas. Y'a conclusion que j'ai fait la barre. Les meufs.
I don't know what he's saying, but damn.
À quel point je mets toujours la barre.
Facts.
J'essaye d'être heureux à ma façon.
But they're facts.
Ils peuvent parler, je m'en bats les couilles de toute façon. En ce qui me concerne, c'est pas eux qui payent mon loyer. Je nique les faussaires, ils sont en chien, ils peuvent aboyer. Que des vis là, et mon bonheur il ne loue pas. Toi t'es bizarre, depuis le début je te sens pas. Mélange pas tes problèmes avec mes repas. Assure tout God, je te tire dessus et je me romps pas. Que des vis là. Toi t'es bizarre. Mélange pas tes problèmes avec mes repas. Assure tout God, je te tire dessus et je me romps pas.
Bah. Thank you, Nip. Big shout out. I appreciate it. And then we got another dono after this, I think. Then to the road blocking spell. Thank you, Exterminator Groiper.
Exterminator Groiper sent $5. I remember a book I read as a kid. A kid got turned into a voodoo zombie, and he would kill people during the night and not remember it. Scary stuff.
Whoa. Was it like a Goosebumps book, or was it like a serious a serious horror book? Okay, so they've got a road blocking spell, and the concept is that the Legba is the master of all roads, so the dark Legba could block a road, I guess. Then they have defense banishing spell. He says, before I list the other more serious cursing rituals, I want to give you this spell because you need to know how to get rid of dark spirits. Oh, also, what Exterminator Graper just said reminds me. The voodoo zombie, like a voodoo zombie, that'd be like, I think zombies are part of the voodoo religion, first of all, and like sort of the reviving of the dead, but then also, and specifically as zombies, that's like a huge thing in voodoo, but also voodoo dolls are a huge thing. There's a bunch of stuff you can do when you make a doll, like a voodoo doll of someone, and then, you know, whatever, you can like be hurting them. You can be like, lighting their feet on fire, or, you know, anything like that. Making them very sick. Causing them pain, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, before I list the other more serious cursing rituals, I want to give you this spell because you need to know how to get rid of dark spirits that either you have summoned and will not leave you alone, or worst case, when a dark spirit has been sent to harm you by another sorcerer that may wish you harm in many ways. Hence the title of defense and banishment. Okay, you're gonna need some cigars. Curse of misfortune ritual. You can make somebody be unlucky. Destruction of an enemy ritual. This will be the last ritual I will write about in this section concerning Kaufu, Legba, and I have left it for last because it is considered the last resort to work this ritual against an enemy. Warning, I have not classified it as a death ritual, but in essence, it can cross into that area in terms of the deadliness of its effects on an enemy. So note that use of this ritual is totally up to you, and I will not be held responsible for whatever effect it causes to any person that this curse is used upon. And also make sure that you do not care what happens to your foe. This is used on those you truly hate. All I can comment on is that the effects of such a curse are unpredictable, yet always nasty in what they can inflict. Having got this out in the open, we can now start to list what is needed and how this curse is done. You need a black jumbo candle, Eula perfume oil, wormwood powder or power, which is a deadly hex potion, which is a mixture of 50-50 wormwood and mate herb. Also, you need dead black widow spiders, such as 3 will suffice. Failing that, obtain some dead brown recluse spiders. It is best that you use either of these spiders for this curse. As a side note, I want to add that unless you have an intimate knowledge of the spiders in your part of the world and know which are venomous, you can use those you know to be deadly as a substitute for the 2 species of spider mentioned. Failing this, scorpions will work well, or wasps, or hornets. Also, you will need a small ceramic bowl that you will paint completely black, and you will need a picture of your enemy. If not available, draw an outline of a human form and attach any link you have to the person. Make sure you write their name inside the human outline of this person. You also need 9 pins as well, and the offering to Kalfu will be cigar, bell pepper, toasted corn, 21 pennies as payment, and a black cross candle dressed with voodoo power oil. You will burn the black cross candle in his honor at the end of the 7-night ritual. So let us begin with the actual working. Whoa. Met Kalfu Vivi. There's the sigil. The 10 voodoo spirit families, their vives and personal or practical uses. Okay, here we go. Kind of cool. Oh, wait. Okay, so he's saying Baron Samedi and Baron Cemetery are 2 different people, because he's also listing Baron Samedi here. I ate a recluse in my room. I killed it with a propane torch. You should have saved it so you can do the the curse ritual. I know a girl who buried her boyfriend's underpants in the backyard to put a voodoo curse on him to love him. What? That is a Loa sigil. Yes, yeah, that is. They take poisons and vile things that cause pain, like nails and spikes, and put them in jars. Shards of glass, they collect jars and put someone's photo and personal effects inside the jar. Whoa. Dominant Haitian mammy. The Haitian priestesses are literally called mambos. The priestesses. Okay. 1 finds a V for every individual Loa, and it is well known that every Loa governs a certain aspect of life. For example, Papa Legba, great man of the crossroads, that governs such thing as magic, healing, protection, communication, and destiny. Another example can be the Loa Baron Samedi, who governs over the dead, sex, fertility, and necromancy. The last goes on of the many examples, and I mention this as a comparison of the attributes found with the Loa, because what we have here is a unique system of voodoo, where each Vive represents not one particular Loa, but a family of spirits of Loa. Also, each family has a number of special attributes to it. In fact, it was pointed out to me by my good friend, brother Moloch, that these 10 spirit families, their Vives and attributes, are very closely related to the 10 spheres on the Kabbalistic tree of life. Brother Moloch has extensive training in ritual magic and knows quite a bit about the Kabbalistic systems of magic. Thus, I concur with this astute observation that he has made concerning the 10 spirit families. Also, it is also true that the Western world did influence the early Haitian slaves, and that there must have been some practitioners of ritual magic and Kabbalistic forms of magic. There were, because they're French, which would mean Freemasons. Among the early Europeans that once enslaved Haiti, in such a case, either the French colonists mixed their tradition of magic with that of the African slaves, or most likely they imposed their magical beliefs upon the early African slaves, and the African slaves effectively mingled their beliefs of the spirit world with that of the Western magical beliefs. In any case, the 10 voodoo spirit families are very effective and powerful in their use for practical sorcery. Remember, although each Vive represents a family of spirits, they are still considered Loa. And what this means is you still need to count on Papa Legba's blessing when working with these spirit families. The method in which we will be using the Vive will be by tapping into their energies and mingling their forces with those of the candles. Of course, there are some exceptions to this equation, but they are minor. This will be explained in the course of the sample rituals that I will be giving you. But before I give you the method in which to charge these Vives for their use in our voodoo candle magic, I want to list the names of the families and their attributes. Later on in the chapter, I will have drawings of each spirit family Viv, but for now, let us discuss each and their name and attributes. Viv family number 1, Legba Nibho. The family's color white, which means if you ever light a praise candle for these spirits, it will be in the white color. Their magical attributes are spiritual, physical protection, resistance to enemies, influence as people of authority in your favor, helps sway all court causes in your favor. Viv family 2 is called Cemetery. The family's color is black and blue. These are the candles that you can burn as a praise for these spirits if you feel the need to do so. Their magical attributes are greatly increased intuition and psychic abilities. Bringing out your powers of divination helps with prophetic dreams, helps you remember your astral journeys. A good way to use this Viv is to charge it with a psychic oil such as Holy Spirit and stuff the Viv into your pillowcase. And just before, that's alluding to the fact that a lot of the occult people or books that I've read kind of say that everyone astrally projects and travels in the night, but you forget unless you sort of can activate your mind to be like recording it in your living, waking mind. A good way to use this Viv is to charge it with psychic oil such as Holy Spirit and stuff the Viv in your pillowcase. And just before you sleep, burn some prophetic dream incense such as French Creole or Good Luck Mystic. Anoint your temples with the Holy Spirit oil and pray the 23rd Psalm 3 times and ask that you receive a dream of what you desire to know. You can also put this Viv under your skull at your altar when doing divination with the holy astragals. It will help keep negative spirits away from your altar while doing your reading. Viv family 3 is the Arada. The color is purple. Their magical attributes are bringing love, friendship, peace, and end arguments, and can be used in a gris to be more accepted and liked by others. Viv 4 is called Divinary Arada 2. Their color is red and gold, and you can burn a plain red candle to praise them. They're related to family 3, but their attributes are different. Cause extreme accuracy in all divination with practice and time. Teaches many secrets of fortune telling. Making a gris bag to enhance divination abilities and adding the Viv will help greatly. Only wear the gris bag. Viv family 5, black magic. The only attribute working potent hexes against your enemy and all other subcategories within the realm of black magic. It is well advised that you wear Metkaufu Wanga bag when working with this family of spirits, as they are very fierce and will attempt to control your thoughts to lead you down a destructive path. Remember, Metkaufu is the patron of black magicians, and he can guide and protect you while working with these dark spirits. Viv family 6 is the Transvection. Their colors are black and purple. Their attributes are to assist in all sports and bring fortune in all forms of gambling. Helps in developing and honing all manual skills such as martial arts, boxing, etc. Also increases one's skill at communications, logic, and brings out a person's primal instincts. Family 7 is called Baron. The family's colors are purple, red, and black, which are used to praise these spirits when burning candles for that purpose. Their magical attributes are business success, jobs, letters of acceptance, resumes, business contracts, general money drawing, as well as money matters, are covered by this family of spirits. Can be used to bring personal tranquility and peace of mind. Number 8 is called Spider. Jews always relate everything to Kabbalah, permanent rabbi job to interpret everything to be Jewish? No, it is. It absolutely is. What are you talking about, silly goose? That's because everything is related to Kabbalah. Papa, especially anything like this is. Papa Legba is a weed strain I buy sometimes. W. Don't worry, Jimbo. If you need venom, let me know. I'll send you a jar of hornets. Let's go. Family 8 is called the Spider. Their color is black with little red in it to resemble a black widow. The creature is all black with a tiny red hourglass, like the pattern. So it's sort of harder to find praise candles that are mostly black with a little red in them. Not to worry though. I will give you a method to praise it. The magical attributes of this family are basically to help one harmonize with the spider world and insect world. The family of spirits is therefore both animalistic and shamanistic, or animistic and shamanistic. The family of spirits can help the sorcerer to harmonize with nature, and they act as a double-edged blade in that their use can be good or bad. The spider is both an efficient hunter and expert at making traps, and as such, a person can find many magical uses for these spirits. For one, they can be used in controlling or domination rituals, even powerful love rituals. I will give you a love ritual for these spirits later on in this chapter. No way. Number 5 is called Lewd. Family number 9 is called Lewd. The family's primary color is red, the color of passion. Their magical attributes are to cause arousal, sexual arousal in the one you desire. Makes a person more attractive to the opposite sex. When carried as a talisman or inside a gris-gris to draw the opposite sex. Also stimulates a person's sex drive. These are very powerful families of spirits. Side note, if you are inhibited, these spirits feed off the energies created through orgasm. So a powerful tactic when offering these spirits their red candle is to rub some of your sexual fluids on the candle prior to lighting them. This is also very powerful to use in the actual sex drawing ritual. Number 10, the final, is called Voodoo Monks. Family's color is purple. Their magical attributes are different. They evoke dream lessons. The monks will help you if you ask of their help while you sleep. They will teach you of other mysteries of voodoo magic. This particular Vive should only be worked with after you've at least utilized 4 of the other families in your ritual. You can do dream ritual for these spirits, as was explained for the Cemetery family. Though, make sure you tell the monks that you want to learn more about the voodoo rites. Whoa. And this is how to charge them. Love drawing ritual, ritual for gambling, luck, and success, ritual for sexual attraction. Ooh. Ritual to draw money. Money spell. Veda, we need to do this. Veda. Veta, 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 Veta. Veda, do this. Veda, do this. Rabbi, do this. Ritual for love drawing ritual. Ritual to bring peace or reconciliation with a friend, family member, or lover. Cursing ritual. Wrap up and follow up advice. Oh, okay. And then here are the Vives. These are less like sigils of the Goshia. These are very different. Voodoo Spirit Box. I decided to add this last section as a bonus since it is part of the voodoo tradition. It is also a magical tool that is rarely ever spoken of in our more recent times. Rest assured though, it is and has been a part of the voodoo tradition. In many parts of the South, where voodoo workers employ this device, it is called a fetish box. The spirit box, as it is called, is basically that, a box where spirits take refuge and take the box as their dwelling. In a sense, this can be compared to the cauldron of the Peliro, where the spirits are said to reside. However, the main difference is that a Peliro's cauldron is the home of a principal spirit of the dead. This spirit acts as the Peliro's familiar, and this spirit will summon other spirits into the Peliro's cauldron, at the request of the Peliro, of course. The difference with the Hoodoo spirit box is that it inhabits elemental spirits, or rather, the altar spirits that are said to attend a sorcerer's altar at the moment that a magical ritual is started. These spirits are viewed as a working type of spirit that is connected to the use of the elements that make up a ritual, as in the candles, oils, incense, powders, and other herbs used in a ritual. And as such, they too are sentient beings, non-human of course. They are akin to the concept of voodoo, a term used in West Africa by those who practice the faith. The term voodoo refers to spirit or magical force. These spirits are the hidden beings that work behind the scenes when we have started a candle ritual and want to make a change in our lives. Thus, I present to you a way to make a home for these spirits. Whoa. Oh, okay, wait. What is this? Acknowledgements at the end of this? Special thanks to my ancestors for being there guiding me toward the great tradition. I'd also like to thank Thorgard, Templar President of the IGOS Society, who always pushed me forward in my sorcery practices, told me to trust my instincts. And a warm thank you to Aisha Legba for opening the way for me to start the path of voodoo. Much gratitude also to my friend, Brother Moloch, who was there to share ideas with me on the practice of voodoo sorcery. And a very special thank you goes out to Kathy for helping me with my practical voodoo work and research, and for always being a great student. Also, for your caring support, my eternal gratitude. Wholesome. So basically, that's how voodoo works. So voodoo is just like, I mean, that's just the same. This is just Gosha. The Gosha is the exact same thing. You just summon and bind an angel or a demon, you know, whichever you're attempting to, or I mean, it's mostly all demons. But and binding them, and then, you know, based on what they govern, getting something differently out of them. Very interesting. Okay, then we got, where's my watch later playlist?